Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another day of Amy All April. Today we're doing a first impression of the new Glitch eyeshadows from Lethal Cosmetics, which are liquid multi-chrome shadows. They look super beautiful. I'll leave a picture on screen here of what the entire collection looks like in case you want to see all 7 colors. But for PR, they asked me to choose 3 different shades that I wanted to try out. So I went ahead and picked out the lightest 3 shades just because I thought those would be the shades I would use the most, and it would be helpful to be able to compare all 3 of the lightest shades side by side. The deeper shades also seem to have a pretty deep black base from the swatches that I was looking at, so I just thought the lighter ones would be more my cup of tea. So I'm excited to try them out with you today, and I figure hopefully we can do maybe like 1 on the lid, 1 on the inner corner, and try 1 as a highlight just to get use out of all 3 shades today. So let's go ahead and just pull them out because I haven't even looked at them in person yet. I just opened my door and saw the FedEx package and I turned on the camera pretty much right away. I cannot get this out. Okay, I literally had to open up both sides so that I can push it through because it is really stuck in there, my goodness. So here is the shade Deadlock, which looks like a really kind of light blue turquoisey shade with a periwinkle shift. So I just realized I'm kind of sad about it because I had a whole video plan going, but it's okay. They actually sent me a different shade than I was expecting. So I picked out Gateway, Deadlock, and 0 Day, and instead of 0 Day, they sent the shade Entropy, which is like a purple to green shifting color. So we'll still try it out, but I'm a little bit disappointed because I was really excited about 0 Days. The reason why I noticed that in the first place is because the lighter shades are $21, and then it looks like the shades with the black base are $24 each. So here's what Gateway looks like. It's kind of like a soft pink with a golden shift. Super, super pretty. When I'm thinking about it, I'm like, am I gonna be able to put this on as highlighter? Maybe this one I could use like on top of my blush. We'll see when I swatch it out. So here's what the shade Entropy looks like. It's kind of like a raspberry base with a greeny gold shift. So let's do some swatches. Here is Deadlock. Okay. Okay, I don't know how helpful that's gonna be. Just try and show you. It looks a little bit more on the sheer side. I can definitely see the shift, and the shift is really beautiful because I can see like a turquoise, and then down here there's a blue, and then it has a purple shift throughout it. You can see it more there. So it is pretty, just very sheer. It kind of looks like cotton candy there, actually. Okay, now here we have the shade Gateway. Okay, that one looks more opaque, and it's just a really pretty like soft baby pink with a super intense like yellowy green shift. I don't know if I see the multi-chromeness with that one as much. The first shade Deadlock is definitely more shifty, but they both look really, really pretty. And then here is Entropy. Oh wow. Okay, so that's super, super pigmented. I don't know if you can see right there, but the black base on this one is really dark. So I feel like if you got any of these deeper multi-chromes, they would basically be like a super smoky eye no matter what you do. Maybe it would make a cool liner. So this definitely has like a green to red gold shift going on. I feel like you can see that pretty well right there. I don't know what look I'm gonna do exactly now. I was planning on doing something super light, which is why I'm wearing tie-dye right now, but that's okay, we'll roll with it. So I pulled out my single shadows from Lethal Cosmetics. I don't have all of them here right now, but I figured I have enough kind of pulled together that I can do some type of something. Let's see. Maybe I'll do like a green crease. That could be cool. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this olivey green right here. And that one is called Habitat. But first, let me go ahead and just do some Milani eyeshadow primer real quick. Okay, so I'm taking Habitat, starting off on my outer V, and then bringing that through my crease. Okay, once that's mostly blended out, I'm gonna go into the shade Syncope. I'm gonna start that off in my outer V. Oh crap, I just got a ton of fallout. And then bring that through my crease, because I want my crease to have a nice amount of depth to it so that it looks like the multi-chrome is blending into it. I'm just going to take the tiniest amount of that shade Syncope and throw it on the lower lash line just to connect a little bit. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Altitude, and I'm gonna pop that on the middle of my lower lash line. Now for the fun part, let's go ahead and start using these liquid eyeshadows. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Entropy, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. Just going to use the applicator that it came with and try to do my best here. I like that this is opaque enough that I feel like I can kind of do this and just shape it out, and I don't really have to go over it a ton, because that's one thing, like just comparing these to the Multichromes from Natasha Denona, which is what the bottle and everything reminds me of. The Natasha Denona ones, I feel like I had to go over a little bit more, and they were like a little bit more streaky when I first applied, but this looks completely opaque, and the shift is super shifty, although it looks a little funny in my outer V right here. Just try and pat that out a little bit. Okay, so now for my lower lash line, I'm gonna go into Deadlock on like the inner third. Oops, I went in with a lot, dang it. Probably should have wiped that off first. A little goes a long way there, even though it looked kind of sheer when I swatched it out. Take my pencil brush and just kind of blend that in a little bit so it's not like a streak. I'll definitely have to test that out all over the lid to see how much I really like it. But when I picked out the lighter shades originally, I was thinking that they would be really pretty for the inner corner. So now let's go ahead and do the shade Gateway. I'm gonna make sure to scrape off the extra so I don't go in too much. And I'm gonna pop that on my inner corner. Okay, that looks pretty. Can't see the pink a ton. I mean, I guess I can see it there actually. I like that it looks sparkly and it looks textured. It doesn't just look like a little bit of a shift, because another formula that I could compare this to, I have the Danessa Myricks Twin Flames. I just have one shade, but these look so magical in the bottle, and I feel like on the eyes they're just not anywhere near as magical. They're just not very sparkly. The shift is a little bit lackluster, so already I feel like I like the Lethal ones more than the Danessa Myricks Twin Flames, just from first impression. Because this is slightly a regret that I bought that. After I used it, I was like, meh. I feel like I was thinking maybe I could try this as blush, but because of how gold it's showing up, I think it'll just look a bit unnatural on my skin. But either way, I think the eyes look really pretty. So I'm going to quickly throw on some liner, some mascara, and then I'll be right back to finish up my face. Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to take my Lethal Cosmetics Wavelength highlight in the shade Ionic, which is just a really soft kind of neutral pink. Then I'm going to finish off with my Lethal Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Nova. Alright, so this is the finished look, and honestly right now I think they look really good. I mean, the formula looks really pretty, super metallic, and I mean, I'm impressed overall, but I feel like with liquid eyeshadows especially, they can wear kind of funny. So I wasn't originally planning to do this, but the time right now is currently 5:26 p.m. so it's not going to be the longest wear test ever, but I'm going to come back at the end of the day before I remove my makeup just to share with y'all how the eyeshadows wore. But first impressions so far, I think they look really nice. Okay, so quick check-in, it is 10:42 p.m. so my makeup's been on for just a little bit over 5 hours, and I just wanted to share with y'all that the liquid eyeshadows all still look really good. Even on my inner corner, which is like the part of my eye that I touch the most, it has barely worn off. The lower lash line still looks really pretty. And then on the lid, it hasn't faded, it hasn't creased, it hasn't worn off. It still has that really pretty metallic finish, so I'm definitely happy with these. I think that they look really beautiful. I'm excited to wear them more in the future, so I hope this video was helpful for you, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.